Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. It was recently added to the Xbox One's backwards compatibility program and originally released in 2006 for the Xbox 360. And actually, before that, it was released on the PS2 and original Xbox, which I think was probably 2005 or maybe even 2004. So, as I mentioned, this is running on Xbox One, and more specifically the Xbox One X. So we're going to be checking out how the game holds up, what it's like to play on the Xbox, and if I recommend you should pick it up to play today, because back in its day, it was probably one of the best shooters on the 360, and it was actually one of the games which bridged both generations, which we've seen with games like Call of Duty Ghosts more recently. So that game came out on the 360 and, of course, on the Xbox One. So, first thing right away is the graphics. Of course, this is the first thing you're going to notice with a game which is this old, and I would say they're actually not too bad. Now, I don't believe there is Xbox One X enhancements. Now, usually on a game like this, which is running on the Xbox One backwards compatibility program, if there's options to actually change the settings, it's in the Xbox guide menu here. So you can actually see in an Xbox One X enhanced title, you could change between performance and graphics mode, or, they might be named slightly differently, but basically you can choose whether to run it in 4K or a higher frame rate than usual. This doesn't seem to be the case for this. So there's no enhancements. It is just a direct port, or what would you call it, an emulation of the 360 version of this game. So no changes to the resolution or frame rate, though it probably does run a little better just because the software and the hardware is just overall better for the Xbox One. I'm not sure if I mentioned that actually. This is running on the One X, so that might help it run a little smoother. Now, when it comes to the actual graphics and the gameplay, it holds up reasonably well. Actually, I was pretty surprised how this game plays, and I'm actually playing it live right now, so I can talk about this as I'm playing it. So one of the main things about Battlefield 2 Modern Combat was, of course, it's part of the Battlefield series, but you can actually change between who you're playing as. So I'm going to briefly talk about the controls, but this is one of the most, I would say, recognizable mechanics from this game. You can switch between who you play as with the X button, so you press X on anyone you want to, and you can switch to that player, which is pretty cool. And these are all AI-controlled units, which makes sense, I guess. So you can drive tanks, you can drive vehicles. I'm not sure if you can drive helicopters. It's been a while since I've played this. So, yeah. Now, controls. How are the controls? Well, they're not too bad, actually. They're pretty normal for an FPS of the early 2000s, I guess you could say. Now, they're going to feel a little bit strange to people if they've never played early FPSs, because before Call of Duty, there wasn't really a universal or a universally accepted control scheme for FPSs. So, let me get out of this vehicle here. So we're playing as an engineer class here. The weapons we have is a rocket launcher, a shotgun, a pistol, and a repair tool. You change between these a little bit differently. You hold down RB to see all the weapons you've got. You can press RB once to cycle through them, although that just seems to give you your main weapon. So you can actually hold it down and use the right analog to move between them like that. I'm actually going to go and repair this tank. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to die if I don't kill that guy. Let's repair the tank before it blows up. Can we? Yes, we can. You can see the health bar going up. So, jump, crouch, and all of that is a little bit different. Shoot is the same button as always. Aim down sights is a little bit different though. So, let's get the shotgun out. In fact, the shotgun's probably not the best way to show this. Let's switch to him because he's got an assault rifle. All right. So, an assault rifle. You aim down the sights with the right analog. You jump with LB, and we've already talked about how you switch. This is just a normal soldier. A doesn't seem to do anything, but you can actually get in vehicles with A, which is a little bit unusual, I suppose. It's usually X or RB if you're playing Halo. And you can see the heads-up display is a little bit difficult to notice at first, but if you've played this game before, you'll know that in the bottom left you can see the class you're playing as, which in my case is that little lightning bolt, and the health you've got, and your stance. Now, your stance, you can go into prone with what you would usually use to aim. So that's the left trigger, or LT. Now, it's probably different on the previous generations of consoles because we don't have bumper buttons. So it would have been black and white on the original Xbox, I guess. But so when you die, as we just did there, you can see we get transported into the next soldier we can play as, or I don't know if it's the nearest soldier or what, but we're actually going to transfer into the engineer here. Carry on with this mission. Now, this is the first mission, so it's not necessarily the best one to show you because you've probably already seen this. But there's mounted machine guns you can get on here, and we're going to have to defend this area. So, in terms of like missions that you've got to do, this is pretty dated. You know, the way you have to sort of defend this area is pretty reminiscent of old shooters. There isn't really much in terms of diversity for the actual objectives you've got to complete. So it might feel dated in that sense, but overall the gameplay, the graphics actually aren't as bad as you may think. Now, this is being rendered in 4K because I'm playing on the One X, but I do believe this is probably running in 720p. You can see the anti-aliasing, I can never say that word, is a little bit jagged along the edge of this building here, so definitely sees its age in some aspects of the game, but most of it is actually not too bad. Where are these guys coming from? Oh, they're falling from the sky, are they? And we're dead. Okay. So it looks like the tank is hammered. I'm not sure if the tank's wasted. But as I said, I'm playing this live, so this is literally what you would experience if you were playing this for yourself. Oh dear. Remember, switching to your primary. Oh, your secondary is always faster than... Oh, he just kamikazed himself with the RPG there. That was unfortunate. Where's our tank gone? Did our tank just disappear? I didn't notice it get destroyed. Is this the same helicopter? No. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh my. Okay. I guess we absolutely chedded on that tank. Helicopter even. Where are they? That's one thing that I've noticed about this. It's... Oh, nearly killed an ally there. I'm killing my allies. Where are these guys? Oh, they're over there. Okay. It's a little bit different to most games. You can usually tell who you're fighting against, but I find it a little bit difficult to tell who's ally and who's foe. But we've actually failed that objective because I was too busy talking. But let's show you the next mission because that's probably a little bit more interesting. So at the end of every single mission, you're going to unlock different abilities and weapons for the classes. So all of the classes go Engineer, Spec Ops, Assault, Sniper, and Support. So we've not actually played as all of these. We've only seen the Assault and Engineer class so far, but we can actually see here all of the different options for those classes, and you can actually see that there's actually quite a few things to unlock, which is pretty cool. And these get unlocked after every single mission. So let's actually talk about and have a look at the next mission, which I just talked about.
This is a signals intel mission designed to destroy their ability to communicate electronically. We'll do it with a rapid raid, and the primary asset will be a comm technician who will arrive at each site via helo. He'll launch a virus on their net and get out again. You will make damn sure he stays safe at each site and gets the job done. Crank up and move out.
So this mission, as you just heard, is just about going from point to point and jamming their communication equipment. So this is the first mission we really get to, well, we saw tanks in the first mission, but we actually start in vehicles, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be sitting in the gunner seat here and just doing business from this machine gun, which is exactly what we need to do. So we're going to go to this point here, wait for that thing to be done, and then move on to the next one, which is a fairly universal thing to do in a shooter. It's not really that unusual. So waves of enemies are going to come and kill us, or try to kill us at least, while we just sit here and wait for the fella to get dropped down from a helicopter. And that happens at the start of every mission. You'll hear like a little debriefing about exactly what you've got to do, and you can see it on the mini-map as well, where we need to go. The little green dot, I believe, is the objective, and the blue dots are, of course, allies. Now, this seems fairly uneventful so far, but this does get harder and harder as the mission progresses. And something I've noticed about this game is that the AI isn't actually as useless, as you may think. They're actually pretty good. So they're dealing with the enemies over on their side of the map quite well, and they actually do get in the vehicles to drive, and they'll go exactly where they need to, which is nice. So I can just stay in this gunner position and just rain down hell on the enemies from a distance like I am doing here. And you can see we have actually got limited ammo. I'm actually going to switch to him because he seems to be having a hard time. Hope he's not just killed all the allies. No, they're good. They're good. So they're approaching from a different side now. Gonna switch to the engineer, do a bit of close range combat. There we go. And I'll be able to repair these vehicles too, so if I get my torch out as the engineer, I can go up to this guy and heal the vehicle, which is probably going to be necessary because they do take a little bit of damage from RPGs and what have you. He seems to be okay. Oh, well, speak of the devil, there you go. They just got absolutely roasted by an RPG there. Now we're going to try and keep this next one alive because... Okay, or not. Guess we're on foot from here on out. Now the shotgun seems to have a lot of range. Look at this. Oh dear, okay. This is quite bad actually. From what I seem to recall, this is actually a pretty tough mission. Now this is only the first time we've had to defend a location, which is unfortunate. You can see here there's a vehicle coming. Now, I don't know if there's an engineer we can switch to close. Nope. So we can move out to the next objective, but we're on our own now, which is really quite bad because there's a ton of enemies that are going to be showing up very, very soon. And we've not actually killed all the ones that... Oh, we've got enemies showing up. Allies showing up even, which is good. I'm actually not going to transfer to them because I don't want this guy to die. We need other men we can get at the moment. So I'm going to move our way over here on foot. And we can see the helicopter approaching. I'm going to switch to him because we'll need his rockets. Now, I do believe that vehicle, the enemy vehicle, is going to be approaching us fairly soon. So we'll just need to defend this area. And I'm going to fire an RPG at the vehicle. There we go. Hopefully we can keep as many men as possible in the fight. There we go. Taking them out with a shotgun from all that range. It's insane. Oh, there they are. So that's what I was saying about the Allies. They seem to handle things pretty well, which is good. Now, I don't know... Yep. Sorry, friend. Now, I don't know if I already mentioned that, but it does... It can... I wouldn't say it does always, but it can be a little bit difficult to tell who you're shooting at if you're not looking at the minimap properly. This guy seems to be having a bit of an issue. There we go. Return to the building area. So he was almost out of bounds there. Now, there are actually achievements that you can unlock. Let's have a quick look at those. I've already unlocked one of them, actually. And as I mentioned at the start, or I may not have mentioned it, I'll mention it now. The online servers are actually shut down. So the achievements where you've got to go online, like this one here for the mechanic, you won't be able to get. But this one for the single player, kill 10 enemies using land-based vehicles without losing the multiplayer, that's something you can do in the campaign. And there's a whole host of different achievements you can go for, which add up to quite a bit of gamer score, which is pretty cool. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can, which is nice. But anyway, we're going to continue playing here and try and finish this mission. So I want to finish at least 2 missions for you, even though we failed the first one. 30 seconds. I can't believe we lost the vehicles so fast. When I was playing this without recording, I actually made it all the way through with both vehicles. Which is just typical, really. This seems to be a really effective gun from what I can tell. I don't know why he's all the way over there. He needs to come back to us, because he's going to be getting killed. Dude, you need to get in the catchment area. Alright, so we're going to go to the crossroads now, which is 100 meters away. Wait. Oh, I thought that was like artillery on the minimap then. It's not. Okay. So that health bar over there, I do believe is an enemy vehicle. Which we might be able to use, actually. Wait, are they getting shot at? No, that definitely came from over here. Alright, I want to try and kill the guy in that gunner seat and actually use the machine gun for ourselves. If I can... Am I going to be able to kill that dude? Okay, where did that come from? Was that a helicopter that just rained down fire? So this is the first place we were at, that we lost the vehicles. which was unfortunate, but never mind, eh?
Comtech's inside.
I thought that was
Inside the perimeter.
the edge of a vehicle then.
Take 'em out.
Upload complete, so we're just going to stand here, I guess, and then move out. This is the last one, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty good game, and I'm actually going to play through most of it. And if you want to see a full playthrough of this game uploaded to the channel, let me know, because I would be happy to oblige that. In fact, I might just upload it anyway, even if you don't want me to. It's my channel.
Tighten the perimeter. We're still in contact.
Now, the achievements that we're talking about, the multiplier thing, so you can kill however many... Oh no, I've got to reload! Quick, before they get out. Oh, I'm going to die. Ah, there we go. That dealt with them. There we go. They've got us hammered. No, they have not. Now, you can see damage level 1, health level 1. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Are actually out of ammo. Don't know how we've ended up out of ammo. But I think that's got something to do with the multiplier, although I could be wrong. Really not sure about that. Oh dear, we've got a bloody bastard helicopter coming now. That's not good. Gonna have to take that out. Now you can see that's not doing a great deal of damage to that, so we are actually going to need one of the engineers, which we've only got one of, I reckon. Let's just nail him. That actually just ate a rocket launcher, did it? Okay then. There we go, that dealt with it. There we go, we've killed all the ones that are close by. Just a little longer. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're in yellow health, this is not good. Right, now we've got to go to the evacuation point, which is probably easier said than done on foot. Because there is only 2 of us left. Let's just make a run for it, because that guy's probably going to die. The helicopter's over him right now. We may be able to get a shot on the heli. There we go. That was a really good hit. Oh, nailed him. Absolutely nailed him. Now, are we going to be able to run away here without getting shot in the back? Yes, we are. Awesome, we're getting stuck on a tree. Here's the helipad. We're going to switch to him, actually. He's probably got more health. Oh, no, he has not. Oh, my. Well, there you have it. That's 2 missions of Battlefield 2 Modern Combat running on the Xbox One via backwards compatibility. I'll probably do some more videos on this in the future. But to answer the question of whether or not it holds up, you know what? Yeah, it does. I think it does hold up. It's definitely still a good game and well worth picking up. I got my copy for £9, which was physical. I don't believe there's a digital version available, which is unfortunate, but the servers are shut down anyway, so you can only play the campaign. But there you have it, Battlefield 2 Modern Combat running on the Xbox One X. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.